What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Wait What Are We Talking About podcast, episode 72. My name is Bret, aka Enigma911, and today I am finally joined by Charlie, aka New York to SoCal.
Hi.
Charlie, glad to have you on.
Yeah.
72 episodes in.
Oh, you know. Yeah. I've been in a different state for a while.
Yeah, we never got the distance call in, but, you know, it's all good. We're here now. That's what matters. It's
right.
Gonna be fun. Remember, guys, you can catch this podcast live over on twitch.tv/Enigma911 every other Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern. You can join in the chat, join on the conversation like people are now. We'd love to have you. If you can't catch it live, you can catch it over on YouTube.com and SoundCloud the following week as it's put up in its entirety on Fridays as an MP3 and video. If you want it in smaller chunks, it's also put up in parts on YouTube, so you can check it out there. If you want to rep us and support us, go over to the merch store and get all your swag over there. T-shirts, cups, backpacks, and more. It's not going to be around too much longer, so make sure you take advantage of that. It would be greatly appreciated if you do. And then I think that's everything. If you have a topic, always put it in the comment section down below. We will try our best to get to it and include it in the show. But yeah, been a long time coming. I've been wanting to have you on again. I wanted to have you on as a guest for a while because we always have some good chats, whether we're just hanging out or playing something or whatever.
Right.
So, I mean, there's a lot of history there. So
There
I'm
is.
sure a podcast could just go off the rails regardless. So
I
that'd
hope
be a
so.
good time. Yeah. But yeah, I wanted to talk to you for my topic about gaming. So obviously we've hung out for 27 years on and off.
Give or take a couple here, yeah.
A couple, yeah. So, but we played many a game together.
That we have.
Many a game. We've played Star Wars Battlefront, the originals.
1 and 2.
1 and 2.
On PS2.
Yeah, on PS2. One night you fell asleep playing.
Charlie.
What? We've
That
played
was great.
a lot of Modern Warfare 2,
Oh, too
where
much.
you were cleaning the house and I was just scraping the bottom of the barrel.
Opposite ends of the scoreboard.
Yup.
We were just covering the ends.
We were.
Teammates were supposed to get the middle.
Yeah.
They did.
Mm-hmm. A lot of Modern Warfare 2. We played some GTA, San Andreas, and GTA 5. Some good times there.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Audio listeners, I apologize. Played some GTA. We learned our love of Minecraft.
Oh, man.
Way after the curve.
I'm still playing that.
That first week, I think we stayed up till 5 a.m. each morning playing.
Probably.
Yep.
Give or take a few minutes.
I still remember making my sheep pen of all the different colors. And they morphed through my wall into the lava moat, and we were freaking out about that.
And you caught your house on fire because you put lava next to it. You're like, I didn't know it would catch fire.
Yeah.
Lava next to wood. Doesn't work out well.
I would have thought.
You know.
What's up, Pancake? There's been quite a few games that we have tackled together and had a good time.
I think our best moment in Minecraft was trying to figure out what torches we needed.
We were trying to get redstone.
So, all right, we need torches. Let's find redstone and go all the way. That's all the way in the cave. How do we get to the redstone? Oh, not redstone torches. We need torches with coal and wood. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember we learned that. We dug straight down. That was a bad learning moment.
I fell. Where are you? Dark.
I don't know. It's just hell. Oh man. Yeah, a lot of good times. A lot of good memories.
Because of digging straight down and doing that and falling a lot of times in caves, I used to just carry dirt with me so I can nerd pull up and get out of the hole.
Right. Gotta be smart. Gotta use those resources.
Yep.
The amount of cobblestone that we just had lying around in fucking chests.
Chests upon chests of cobblestone.
Yep.
And nothing but cobblestone.
Because there was no use for it. It was like, this is a brick.
You could spend a lot of coal and smelt it into stone again.
And then make it a fancier one. It's just like, why?
I do like the stone bricks, though.
Yeah, they are nice. It's just
But they're
a lot of effort.
expensive.
Yeah. A lot of effort to
Time consuming.
get them back in.
Yeah.
So yeah, many an hour played some games. So I wanted to kind of talk about more of your history with gaming, some games you were into, and then kind of maybe see what's down the road for Charlie with his gaming career sounds weird, but I don't know, hobby?
Gaming career.
Yeah.
Gotta be a professional gamer now.
MLG Pro. Esports.
Well, I've played a lot of games over my years. There's a few that like I didn't have, they weren't mine. They were my older brother's, and I played them. I don't really remember a whole lot of them, but like NES games and Sega games. But one of the first games that I really remember playing and enjoying and played all the way through and beat was Diddy Kong Racing on the N64. Oh man, I still hum that tune to this day. Yeah, that's on repeat sometimes. Just like get out of my head. I have to look that code or the song up just to like get it, hear the end. Like okay, thank you.
Yeah.
But that was a fun game. I definitely enjoyed it a lot. And then the original Super Mario Bros. Game.
Oh.
I was awful at it.
Now,
could never get far into it.
You mean the platformer that everybody's played, or the pipe one where the things are coming from the sides and you got to run back and forth?
The 2D
like okay, good. Just making sure. Okay,
yeah,
because you got
with the rectangle remote and like
yep,
just a D-pad and 2 buttons. Yep, that one.
Yeah,
awful at the game. Spent so many hours just trying to get into the next. I could never. I mean, I could get through the first couple of ones, but after that, nope.
Would you warp pipe ahead to different levels, or did you not know about those yet?
I don't think I knew about those.
Okay, I think I learned. I remember learning about it for the first time, and I was like, "What? You could just skip ahead?"
Didn't know about that.
Yeah, at the very first underground zone, you could take the elevator all the way up, and you could run across the ceiling, and you could warp to like worlds 3, 4, 5. Like there's different pipes if you wanted to, and then farther along, you could do a very similar thing and get to like 8, 9, 10 or something like that. But yeah, there's different areas you could warp ahead.
Wow.
For speedrunners or just because you wanted to.
Well, this was before the YouTube days. So you can't just be like, how do I do this?
Right. You had to just trial and error.
Yeah,
see what was
figure
there.
it out. Touch all of the corners of the map and see what isn't real.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you could, with other games, do cheat codes and stuff. Physically print out the cheat codes and bring them over. Like, all right, so
we did.
Nope, didn't do right.
Yeah.
Did my tank appear? Nope.
Yeah, there's some more GTA memories there. San Andreas. Oh, we get this thing? Hell yeah!
You do the tank. So you're in Grand Theft Auto 3, and you do the tank, and then you do the flying cheat, and you turn your gun around, and then you just shoot until you fly across to the other one. And then because you're in a tank, you're pretty much invulnerable. But then you don't have the other island unlocked.
Oh,
That's why you've got to fly there, because the bridge is out.
Right.
So then all the cops are chasing you. That was a good old game.
Yeah.
Good GTA 3.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've ever played this. On the N64, it came in a green cartridge.
Okay.
It was Army Men.
I've seen it numerous times. I might have watched somebody play it once, but I have not played it. No.
Ooh, Army Men and Army Men 2. Donnie and I played them through and through. Oh my goodness, those are fun games. Little plastic Army Men. You had Minesweepers, the Rocket guys, the Machine Gun guys, and you were the green team and you're against the tan team.
Okay.
And you just went at each other on these. It was pretty good graphics. I mean, N64 had some pretty decent graphics for
the time,
the day and age. And you just run around and do stuff, and you had your mission. It's just like,
was it just team deathmatch essentially?
No, it's like Call of Duty campaign, where you've got you start out and you're like, all right, you got the radio coming over telling you what's going on, and then you all got to go and do your thing, and they're attacking us, and you got to kill them, and then you move on and you progress and you progress, and then you get to the different world. But you're Army Men, so the first like intro was like this outside world, and there's trees and stuff, and it's like you're a full size person. But then as you go through the game, like you're an Army Man, so you're like down here, and there's just large furniture, and you're like fighting under the couch.
Oh, that's really
There's
cool.
like a cat and stuff. It was interesting.
So kind of Toy Story-esque in a way, also.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Neat.
But there was cheat codes for that one too.
Oh yeah.
So Donnie and I would do. It was just you versus me, and just open world kind of team deathmatch style.
Okay.
So you could do that, and just do cheat codes with unlimited ammo and all of the weapons, and So we would just run around and throw all of the grenades and have so much explosions, because that was the first kind of game that we ever had where you could really just shoot a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
That was great. That was a lot of fun. Donnie and I spent so many hours playing those. I know you and I have played this one a lot. It's GoldenEye.
Yeah.
I don't know what specific game was. There was like a couple different versions of GoldenEye, wasn't there?
There have been. I know there was obviously the N64 version. I think they made one for GameCube or Wii. But yeah, I never played the remakes. I know we played another 007 game. We played Nightfire a lot. But yeah, I remember going
Nightfire.
there. Yeah.
Nightfire. I couldn't remember the specific one.
Yeah.
Nightfire is what we played a lot. With the
grapple
drone.
hook.
Yeah. Those were awesome.
Why am I
can't get
You had like the perfect exact angle.
Yeah.
And we do random weapons. So we're like, oh, what do we get this time? Oh, God, fucking shit.
The little black pencil stick.
Yeah.
What is this?
You got the suitcase, the Ronin that you could control. It was the minigun in there.
Those are fun.
The trip mines, you just plant them everywhere.
Proximity mines?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we'd be upstairs. We're like, oh, someone found it.
The AI in that game, the NPCs were
Quite dumb.
very dumb. But they had pretty good accuracy sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
I wish there were kill cams. I don't know if were there kill cams.
There were not. No,
Yeah.
you get shot and
Just like-
you just see your body and it do like
Yes,
a
I'm dead.
360. Yeah.
Those were fun though. I don't think you've ever played this one. It's Turok.
That was another one I heard a lot about, but no, I never played.
I think Steven bought it. My oldest brother. And it wasn't my game, so I didn't really play it a lot. But when I did,
Yeah.
I mean, we were like you're a person and you're running around and there's dinosaurs, and I couldn't get past the first couple of levels. I was way too young for it, probably, and I was playing it when I wasn't supposed to be playing it. But just trying to get through that game, it was weird. It was kind of fun. I'd like to try it again. Now that I'd probably be able to figure out the puzzles.
Yeah.
Actually beat the game.
Have
but
a little bit better understanding overall.
yeah, it was hard. It was a hard game. I died so much.
Some of those early ones definitely were. There was steep learning curve.
Yeah, there was no easy mode or
Right.
hard mode. It was just, this is the game. and
Yeah.
Deal with it.
And like you said, you couldn't look things up, so if you didn't understand it, it was just like,
Yeah.
too bad.
You had to wait for next month's Game Informer to come
Oh,
out.
yeah. Huh?
Is there no article on this game?
Damn it.
And then you find an article and there's no information on your game.
The section you need or whatever, yep.
It's just like, oh, this game's awesome. It is, but like, how do you get past this one point? Nope. Wave Racer.
Another one I've heard of him played. Oh, was that like the jet ski one?
The jet ski
Okay.
one. Another one. I just couldn't figure it out. Couldn't get past. The N64 games, they were just too complicated for me, apparently.
Huh.
They were fun. I had a lot of fun just going back and forth and doing the one or two
Circular,
courses that I
yeah.
could get to. But there was no, it wasn't like Forza where there's a career and, you know, you earn things along the way, or at least I didn't figure that part out about it. I thought that's what it was supposed to be. I thought there was like, all right, cool, so you start out with this kind of crappy one and you end up with a really awesome one, but you got to progress to get there. Could never progress. It was just like free mode. You versus me, we could race.
Yeah.
That was it. And there was some dolphins and stuff. It was fun. Again, this is another one of Steven's that he bought. So when he first got his first job at Bubbles and bought a PlayStation for himself, he got that, and it wasn't ours, Donnie and I. We couldn't touch it. We weren't supposed to be playing with it. So when he would go to work or whatever, we would kind of sneak in and play it. Well, he had Resident Evil.
Oh, okay.
And then eventually got Resident Evil 2 and then Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. They scared the hell out of me.
I can imagine.
Again, with the puzzles and being too young to figure them out and know that there's puzzles, because I didn't read the literature and be like, oh, you're supposed to figure out how to get through the game.
Right.
Just started playing it and bats and stuff and zombies or whatever they were, but just trying to shoot them and running out of ammo instantly.
Yeah, I can imagine how scary those were, because like
being 9.
playing being 9, but like playing the remakes, like obviously seeing what those games were, because I never played the ones on the PS1. Like 7 was my first Resident Evil, and then when the remaster 2 and the remaster 3 came out, I went there. But like, yeah, 2 is hella hard with fucking Mr. X chasing after you, and I don't know how difficult he was in PS1, but he's like right up your ass in this one.
Man.
I mean, you've seen the clip. I'm just literally running the whole place. I'm like,
Commenting,
I can't get anywhere.
Oh, man, he was relentless.
And then Nemesis does the same thing, and I know they buffed him in the remake. Like, he can jump and he can sprint and shit, and it's like, why? Why?
To make it that much more hard.
Yeah, exactly.
I think my favorite Resident Evil was 4.
Okay.
On PS2. It was the only Resident Evil that I've actually played all the way through and finished. And I've played it, I want to say 4 or 5 times all the way through. So quickly that I was trying to do like a speed run towards the end there because I knew where everything was, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm going to grab that, I'm going to grab that. Like everything else, I don't need that.
Right.
Go to the guy, what are you buying? Give me some more ammo, please. Ran out again. I suck at shooting.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was a fun game. The puzzles were just challenging enough for the first couple of walkthroughs.
Yeah.
But then towards the end, I was like, bing, bing, boom, 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 got him like, super fast. And it was a good game. I really liked Resident Evil 4. So I was excited for Resident Evil 5. And then I heard not so good reviews on it. It wasn't 4. And I never got it. And then there was 6, 7.
Yeah.
I think there's an 8 now, isn't there?
Yeah, they've announced an 8. It's called Village. They released a trailer during the PS5 reveal or something like a month or 2 ago, and then Tokyo Game Show, I guess, this week just released more footage on it, or maybe developer commentary or something. So yeah, like, I'm excited for it just because how much I love 7, and it's a continuation of that character's story.
Nice.
So, and it seems like, well, obviously Resident Evil seems creepy, but there's like a werewolf man, it seems, in this.
Okay.
And like, yeah, the setting's real cool, so I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, Resident Evil's been a good, long franchise. They've been around for years. Yeah. So they've had a good kind of chance to make a good name for themselves and recreate some kind of original content. It's been fun to see their progression throughout the years.
Oh, yeah.
I kind of want to get back into Resident Evil a little bit. I'd like to pick up 5 and make my own opinion on that. And then do 6, 7, maybe 8. But I feel like I enjoyed 4. I enjoyed 1, 2, 3, and 4 so much.
Right.
The original ones.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like I'd like to go through
well,
the newer ones.
Yeah, I mean, 2 and 3, obviously, you got those remasters if you ever did want to go back to them. I know PSN, like, I know you have an Xbox, but I know PSN has the old ones on sale, like, to the digital front, so you can buy them that way. Xbox might. I don't know if their Game Pass library also would have them or whatever, but definitely available or accessible to grab.
I'll have to look those up. Another franchise that I loved was Twisted Metal. Your little cars and your crazy people, and you're driving around and you're just shooting rockets and bullets at people. That was another one that Steven had for PS1.
Yep.
And the graphics were awful. Literally everything came to a point. There was no rounding at all. But like, you get your introduction to Sweet Tooth and all of the other just crazy people.
Yeah.
And you don't really know too much about the characters.
No.
Like, the story mode wasn't really a whole lot to it, but where it was at was multiplayer. And just plugging in your PS2
the multi-tap
extender and then plugging in other people so that 4 people could play on one PS2 or PS1, and then just driving around whooping ass.
Oh yeah,
that was great.
Fun. A lot of fun playing that one. I remember when the PS3 version came out, we were so excited, and it was good. It wasn't the same, but it was good.
It wasn't the same.
It was a nice, like, go back to, like, nostalgia-esque.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, this is a good time, but yeah, it just didn't have that same magic as the other one did. Was it Black was the popular one?
So Black.
Oh, okay.
Black was, I think, my favorite out of the Twisted Metal series so far. Mostly because the story modes gave you a lot more in-depth explanation on these characters' past. They're really freaking weird and creepy people.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you remember my buddy Ted. Yep. But him and I went through. We beat Twisted Metal Black in one day. Like, I beat it before, but him and I together just kind of took turns, and we played the entire thing in like 6 hours. Holy crap, we had such a headache after that because we were just staring at the screen like, probably didn't drink more than enough. But that was good. It was a good game.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of replay value in there because you could just have a buddy come over and fuck them up because you know how to play.
Right.
You know where all the good weapons are. You know how to get up to the specials.
What is this thing?
Oh, you get them. What are you hopping around at the? Yep. Yeah, you got to time it right. Watch this. Okay.
Cool. Great.
You just think those things in the background are just moving because, like, no, you can ride those.
Mm-hmm.
It's a ride. This one, I think you introduced me to at Uncle Leon's.
Oh.
Was Ape Escape?
Yeah, Ape Escape.
Never owned it myself.
Uh-huh.
But just trying to capture those monkeys.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Let's sneak up on him.
Fuck! No, I missed!
Yeah.
Again, a pretty hard game.
Oh, yeah.
Not easy.
I played it for the first time all the way through on stream maybe a year ago, year and a half.
Really?
Yeah, once you get to those later levels, fuck. It's like, oh, God. But yeah, I own a copy, and yeah, that's great. I'm tempted to try the other ones. I haven't heard the best things about them, but yeah, Ape Escape 1, man, that was magic. And the thing, too, like when we were playing it as kids, Uncle Liam didn't have the memory card, so we always had to start over.
Restart, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Never had... We could have just brought a memory
We
card
could
over.
have, but we were dumb kids.
We both had multiple memory cards. We could have just... You know what? I'm going to dedicate this one to Uncle Liam's.
Yep.
But yeah. Live and learn.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Uncle Liam's, Toy Pop was another one that we just killed a lot of time with for the Namco collection. I brought that back up on stream recently.
Those were some fun games.
They were. We had that one. There was Galaga, or no, sorry, Space Invaders that we played a lot.
Mm-hmm.
There was that random tank one, Armored. I don't think it was Armored Core, but it was something that we tried.
With the triangle tanks?
I think so. Yeah, it was like there's all the sand levels.
They were fun
going around. Yeah,
they were hard to drive though.
Oh yeah, you had to like. I think the sticks.
Forget trying to turn around.
Yeah.
3-point turn. Nope.
He had Looney Tunes Racers or Racing. Of course, he had Kiss Pinball.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he?
Those were good.
Yeah.
Those the pinball machine.
Yeah.
Once he got all the bells and whistles working on it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's so loud.
Yep.
What are you doing? Did you win? No.
Oh yeah, good times over there.
Right. And then another. So are you familiar with the Command and Conquer name? All right. So then Red Alert.
Yeah, you got me into Red Alert.
Red Alert 2.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And it was Red Alert Aftermath.
Okay.
So Red Alert and then Aftermath and then 2.
Uh-huh.
Those 3 games right there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's Red Alert for me. Talk Red Alert 3. It's a completely different mechanic behind it. Not completely different, but
yeah,
different enough.
Uh-huh.
But Red Alert Aftermath was by far my favorite out of those ones.
Okay.
Just I like building a little base and trying to go fuck up the competitor there.
Yeah, the real-time strategy game.
Real-time strategy, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
The RTS is fantastic. But Aftermath introduced map editing.
Oh.
That was my first introduction to a map editor.
Okay.
So I'm like, what is this? It was a completely different program. Like you opened up the screen, and you can either play the game or you can exit out of the screen and go into the map editor.
Mm-hmm.
And you had to do a weird thing to save because it was Windows 95 or 98, whatever it was.
Uh-huh.
But going in and making a whole map and having all of the tools available and like, wow, I'm going to give myself all of the money.
Yeah.
Give them none of the money. And then you realize, like, that's not fair at all. There's no challenge.
Right, and then, or the worst thing, so Warcraft did the same thing.
Yeah.
I think they definitely had it in Warcraft 3. I don't know if they put it in 2. But yeah, you would do that money thing, and then you go to a custom game, and the spawns would be random, so when you don't end up over there, you're like, oh no!
Goodness. Yep.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, Red Alert 2, yeah, you got me into Red Alert 2. I played that a lot. And now, I don't know if they remastered it.
I heard that they were gonna.
I feel like they did.
I feel like because Age of Empires
Mm-hmm.
recently got the definitive edition.
Yeah.
Their 3rd installment of remastered.
Yeah, right.
They had like an HD version. Now there's a 4K version. But when I just got into that one too. I was hearing people talking about Red Alert being remastered. Like, that would be cool.
It's Command and Conquer remaster.
So, Command and Conquer, it's interesting because
I was confused about this.
Mm-hmm.
There's Command and Conquer, which seems to be like a parent corporation company or franchise.
Okay.
And then it was Command and Conquer Red Alert.
Okay.
But then there's also Command and Conquer is its own RTS game, which kind of sucked. Didn't have a whole lot of stuff to it.
Okay.
And then there was Command and Conquer Tiberian Sun, which Donnie got one time, and we played. It was a really fun game, but it was super buggy. And our computer just couldn't really handle it. I don't know why, but it just kept crashing on us. So like in the middle of a 45-minute game, you're 45 minutes into a game and then just quits on you and you're like, no, I just got everything perfect. But they had some pretty cool kind of like technologies and stuff. It was a little bit different than the just G.I. Joe, here's your Hummer, here's your tank, and here's your helicopter, go fight the guy. It was like, here's this weird digger thing that can dig a hole and pop up out of nowhere. There's some really weird cryo bomb that you can go send over there and freeze their thing for a little bit. Like, it was really cool. It was a neat game. And then they had some weird, almost like the infection, the flood in Halo. If one of your guys walked through this field by accident, like they're infected now, and they can infect all the rest of your people. Like, what?
Oh, all right.
It was crazy. So that was a fun game.
Yeah. So it's Command and Conquer and Red Alert, both remastered in 4K. Includes all 3 expansions, rebuilt multiplayer, a modernized UA, map editor, bonus footage gallery, and over 7 hours of remastered music.
I literally have the soundtrack to that.
Nice.
Like, it's super, like, I don't know if you remember the music from it. I don't know how to explain it. It's like industrial noises and stuff.
Oh yeah, it was like the
But when you're working and focused, like it's just good background noise. For like doing.
You
the
don't
tedious
really
project.
pay attention to it.
You don't pay attention to it, but it kind of like gets me focused. That just instrumental kind of feel to it.
Right.
But yeah, Donnie and we would sit there side by side in dining room chairs. I would pull up the dining room chair to the computer, and he'd have the rolling one, and he'd play, and I'd sit there and watch him, and give him hints and suggestions on his, and then he would do the same thing for me. So when he won or died, it was my turn, and he would sit there and we would play for like 4 hours, and we'd get 2 games each.
Right.
And then mom and dad are like, all right, guys, you've been on the computer for far too long. Like, no.
Oh man,
We've only got 2 games in.
We're not fighting. We're not arguing. Let us be.
Yeah, but that was great. I wish that was like a good kind of childhood memory. There was Red Alert.
Nice.
And then I just mentioned about Age of Empires. I had a cousin on my dad's side, and we were over at his house one time, and he was talking about it, and Donnie and I were like, what? So he took us over to the computer and started showing us at this family party.
Right.
We just zoned into the computer for several hours, just completely tuned out the party. And he had extra copies and gave me a copy of Age of Empires, which was super awesome. Thank you. And took it home and just played the hell out of it. Went and found Age of Empires 2, Age of Kings, and oh man, that game was the bee's knees.
Oh yeah, bee's knees.
It was such a beautiful game. The map editor in there was so much better than Red Alert's.
Really?
And yeah, because Red Alert was very blocky.
Okay.
And you can make your little square piece of land, but if you want it to look rocky or have like water edge to it to make it look real, you had to physically put those cliffs and stuff in. But if you did put the cliffs in, like you couldn't have a transport come over and drop people off. But with Age of Empires, like it was smooth and it looked like a shoreline.
Okay.
And you could add cliffs and stuff if you wanted to, but you didn't have to.
Gotcha.
It didn't look blocky and awful. But there was a lot more in there because there's so many civilizations and there's different ages of technology. So you could really you have all sorts of things you could play with.
Gotcha.
It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
I think my favorite unit in Age of Empires was the what's it called? It was a ghost dreadnought. It's literally a ghost ship that cannot die.
Okay.
And it's just something that you can't get in the game, but you can select in the creative mode.
Oh, okay.
And
yeah.
I put one in there and gave it to myself. And I was like, so what does this do? What is it? I was like, the ship can go on land. It's basically like the ghosts from Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
They just do what they want.
Yeah.
No one can kill them. I was like, this is so unfair, but awesome. It was great. You remember SOCOM, U.S. Navy SEALs?
Mm-hmm.
Having the little microphone headset, trying to
tell your people what to do. Yeah.
First game where you had, really the only game that I ever played where you had voice commands to control your NPCs.
Sir, are you forgetting about the game of the century?
Maybe.
Hey, you Pikachu.
I never played that one.
I didn't either, but yeah, you would shout at your Pikachu through your little N64.
I didn't know that.
I remember seeing ads for it. It was like, I want an N64 because of this thing. But yeah, it was a little Pikachu. It was like a Nintendogs kind of thing. You would just prounce around, and yeah, there was a little microphone, and you would be like, hey, Pikachu.
That's crazy.
Do the thing. Do a flip. I don't know.
Do a backflip. Do a barrel roll.
Oh, God. But yeah, that was cool in SOCOM, how you could command your squad to strategize. Jesus, make a strategy.
Yeah, well, the whole point of the game is stealth. You're Navy SEALs, so you've got a goal to take out the guy at the end of the map here, and you can't be seen or don't be noticed.
Right.
Okay, so kind of the same mechanics in Assassin's Creed, where if you kill somebody, like you can pick them up and move them, so that another guard isn't going to walk by and be like, I found a body.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to ring the alarm.
Right.
But like kind of one of the first introductions to that kind of stealth fighter first-person shooter game, like that was really fun. And then having the 3 teammates that you can control and like give tasks to and ask questions, and they'd actually give you feedback.
Oh,
but
okay.
They were most of the reason the alarms got tripped.
They weren't perfect
because you have to tell them to go prone or lay down,
okay,
or crouch,
okay,
or stand, and you know, if you tell them to go over there, like, hey, go over there, crawl, go prone, and go over there, they would crawl over there. It would take them a little while, obviously they're crawling, but if you didn't tell them to go prone, they just start sprinting across, like, no, restart. So yeah, it was a learning curve of like how to communicate with these people, but it was a fun game.
Interesting.
One of my first-person shooters, I think, that was like military style, other than like Doom.
Okay.
I've played Doom a little bit, but not a whole lot. And
Gotcha.
I don't even think we owned it. I think it was Steven's friend.
Oh, okay.
And he brought it over one time.
Yeah.
But yeah, there were... SOCOM US Navy SEALs was an awesome game. When you could like pick your different weapons and customize your loadout. That was really cool. It was really neat. I don't know if you ever played Ace Combat.
No, that's the plane one, right?
Yeah, dogfighting. Airplanes, air-to-air combat, no actual.
This ain't Michael Vick or whatever.
It was Donnie's game. He picked it up, but I played it a little bit. I mean, you're just flying planes all over the place. The action of flying the plane was so much fun. Doing barrel rolls and loop-de-loops.
Yeah.
And where's he shooting me from? I don't know, man. But apparently, on your left.
I remember, that reminds me of Battlefront 2. I mean, we talked about it a little bit before, but space battles?
Ooh, man.
Those are fun.
Those were really fun.
Yeah.
I remember that intro scene, the loading screen.
Oh, yep. Yep. That was
Just
Battlefront 1, yep.
The sound effects. I love sound effects. You ever play The Getaway? It's like Grand Theft Auto.
Sounds familiar.
But it's set in London.
Okay.
There's a lot less to do than Grand Theft Auto. Like when you're in free mode driving around, you can literally drive a car and shoot people. That's about it.
Okay.
The cops are assholes. You cannot get away from the cops.
Okay.
Story was okay. You're like I kind of forget it, but I think you were a cop who was kind of fed up with the system or was dirty or something. And I think you were a good cop and you were trying to catch the dirty people, but you had to do it in a secret way.
Okay.
I don't know.
Undercover.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly. You were some sort of cop.
Huh.
Um,
I think I can picture the game cover, but no, I don't think I ever played it myself.
but the Getaway and the Getaway Black Monday, which was a sequel, really cool games. It was set in London, and I really enjoyed the cars because it was completely different from like Midnight Club or any American game where they had American cars. It was all European cars, and I was like, what are these goofy looking things?
Yeah.
Driving the taxis around, and had a double-decker bus, and just smashing into bridges, and it was a good old game. And then the Midnight Club series.
Oh yeah, good times.
Ooh, Midnight Club 2 and 3.
Cat back over to you.
Just being able to customize the cars. That was so cool.
Yeah.
Being able to take a Dodge Neon out of all the cars, but do underglow and stickers all over the place and change the colors. And there was like a million different colors you could choose from in this PS2 game.
Yeah.
It was really cool. The soundtrack
Yeah.
of those games were pretty awesome. Yeah. There's a few songs that I learned from that game that every time I hear them, I think about that game. Like, pretty good. I like that. I don't know how I got into it. I don't remember if it was you or if it was Donnie that introduced me to it, but Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Hey!
Was it you?
I think so.
That was, oh man, such a cool game.
Yep.
Big old park, and you're just, I mean, it's called Roller Coaster Tycoon, but you're making a whole theme park.
Yeah.
So, I liked the aspect of trying to make that map and create that stuff. It was really fun.
Yeah, we talked about it on stream. I think it was actually yesterday.
I think so. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
It's a long time ago.
My memory's dumb. But yeah, we talked about it, and I think Papa Griff was asking, like, so is there an end game to Roller Coaster Tycoon? And I was like, I don't know.
Make a profitable
Yeah,
park.
I talked about the missions, and he's like, yeah, I get that, but like that and forget the other game he was using as an example. SimCity. He's like, is there an end to SimCity?
No. That's another one I want to bring up. Like, it's a fun game, but there's
this game was.
You just get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, more complicated, and things break down. And like,
as a kid, I never understood. I'm like, oh, we need water pipes under all these things. Why is this thing flashing at me?
Yeah.
Like,
people aren't living where the population going.
Yeah, but Roller Coaster Tycoon was fantastic. I think 2 is on Steam, and I'm honestly very tempted to download it. I know 3 is. Yeah. I know we spent a lot of time on 3. You had 3. I didn't. And I was actually telling chat yesterday about Roller Coaster Tycoon 3. I was like, Jeff, I just made these go-kart tracks that just had all the scenery, and you just ride through all the different
miles of go-karts. Normally a go-kart track is just like a little oval.
Yeah.
No, we had like...
I was telling stories. We just had Pirate Zone, we had Undead Zone, we had everything.
Yep.
I had to put all the decorations in. And then it's evolved. The people who made Roller Coaster Tycoon 3, I don't know if they got canned or they split off and did their own thing, but now they made Planet Coaster, which is amazing. Like, I wish it had more mission-orientated stuff like Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 did, but like the amount of customization you can do and building and shit, it's awesome.
Yeah.
So yeah, those games are great.
They were awesome.
Yeah.
A lot of fun. A lot of hours.
Oh yeah.
Staring at the screen on those ones.
Yeah. Dad also made the joke of like, he's like, did we ever really accomplish anything in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2? Everybody was just throwing up all the time.
That is an accomplishment. You accomplished. You got them to be overly joyous about wanting to ride the coaster again. I hated when you made a roller coaster and no one wanted to ride it.
That's another thing we talked about. Was, yeah, you have this roller coaster, you can make it, you build it. No, it's too intense.
No, I'm not going on that.
Nobody wants.
I know a million people who would go on any roller coaster like this.
Yet you make this a little baby one, and they're still losing their lunch. Left and right.
My God, you could make some intense roller coaster. I don't know why they would make it where you could make such an intense roller coaster.
Nobody's gonna go on.
The AI wouldn't get on it.
We would have like so many spirals on spirals.
Helix upon helix upon helix. Yeah. Just horror cry. Another one. This is NASCAR.
Oh God damn it.
Yeah. So SimCity, but then you got Sims.
Yep.
Another highly customizable game. I always just built houses.
Yeah.
I don't know about you,
I never played the people and
No,
did the
people weren't as
job.
fun.
And I built the houses.
Yeah, and then you Rosebud cheat. You keep getting money.
Oh my god. No, Rosebud was only $10,000. It was catching.
Oh, okay. I only knew Rosebud.
I think no, it was Kaching.
Ka-ching.
Kaching
Okay.
was I think it was $50,000.
Oh, okay. I just kept doing Rosebud. I remember going.
Yep.
Typing it over.
All right, I got $1 million. Let's
I
start
think
there.
that's okay.
We'll start there.
Yeah.
Oh, I ran out. Rarely did you run out of money in Sims.
Right.
Just keep doing that. Ka-ching cheat. Another 50 grand, another
Yep.
50 grand, another 50 grand. Yeah, Rosebud. I remember Rosebud though. I did that one a lot before I did the ka-ching. Switching consoles or platforms
Uh-huh.
back to PS2. I don't think you've ever played this one.
Okay.
So not a lot of people have. It's called Guitar Hero.
What?
Yeah.
I've never heard of this.
So you got this guitar
Okay,
controller,
okay.
right?
What?
And there's 5 buttons on the top
Five
here,
buttons.
and then you flick it.
Okay. What kind of game
I
is
could
this?
never get my pinky. My pinky just doesn't articulate like that.
I remember. Medium was the highest we could ever go.
Medium
'cause
was my pinky is just like, no, dude, I don't want to do it.
we can't do it.
Yeah. Fuck blue or green or whatever the last color was.
Orange was the last one.
Orange.
It was green, red, yellow, blue, orange.
Ah, man, yeah, no. Easy.
Yeah.
Easy is where it's at.
Yep, with 3 buttons, you're good.
Yeah, that was great. Grab me bar. All right.
All the time.
Overdid it. Yeah. Guitar Hero 2, 3, Rock Band.
Mm-hmm.
Those were fantastic games. Really good for a group of people.
Oh, definitely.
It was okay to play by yourself for a little bit, just to kind of get through and unlock some songs and things,
Mhm.
but it was definitely a multiplayer game.
Yeah.
You needed to have multiple instruments in order to make it like really fun.
Yeah.
So having that 2 people on one console is so unheard of nowadays.
Yeah, it's definitely.
No, you need to buy your own version of the game, your own console, and your own TV. No,
Yeah.
plug another controller in or wirelessly attach it.
Right.
You have got the technology. We had the technology years ago. Why
Right.
is it getting away from that?
Yeah, it's starting to come back. I've heard more games where like you're playing together. I don't know if they're doing games where you can have like 4 players, but I feel like there's more 2 players. Like Borderlands 3 when that came out.
Yeah.
I think that has split screen still.
Nice.
I don't think they can do 4, but I don't know. Maybe they can. I know they can definitely do the 2.
It
at
just
least.
sucks how
Yeah.
they're getting away from it so quickly.
Yeah, I don't know if it's like we're going to talk about it later, but maybe the size of the games and like the amount of graphics and etc. Like loading that for 2 worse of people at different instances, maybe that's too much.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, it's definitely that they want their profits on another console, another
True.
game, but then it's the ease of connectivity.
Mm.
You can play with anybody anywhere in the world at any given time
Mm.
through your paid subscription.
Right.
If you're, in charge of this company, like, of course, like, yeah, let's make them pay for all of these things again so
Yeah.
that they can play with their buddy.
Yeah, it's the crossplay argument too. Like, why do we want crossplay? Because then you're not going to buy my console and play on my system or
Yeah,
whatever.
well, it's the same game.
Yeah.
I own the game. Why do I have to buy another version of it just so I
Yeah.
can play with my buddy? Or
Yeah, and that's more the software or hardware. Whoever make like the system, that's more the system people than
The game.
The game themselves. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think games fought.
my
for a while.
proprietary. No.
Yeah, and they've gotten better. Obviously, crossplay's growing and has
Yeah.
improved. I think Rocket League was the first. Obviously, Fortnite's got it. Apex is getting it at some point, and I'm sure there's a plethora of other games that I'm totally blanking on that have it already. But
I've been hearing a lot more about it lately, which
Yeah.
is awesome.
yeah,
I like that they're opening that up instead of
For sure.
having like, no, my network and your network. Like, it's the internet.
yeah,
Just let us play
it's
together.
a server. Just
Yeah.
throw them all in.
Come on. Connectivity, man.
Oh, excuse me.
Another series franchise that has just spanned a very long time here is Grand Theft Auto.
Mhm.
We already kind of scratched the surface on it, but I started with Grand Theft Auto 3, PS2. And then I had Vice City, PS2.
Mhm.
Vice City Stories on PSP.
Mhm.
San Andreas,
Yeah.
4,
Mhm.
and then 5.
Hey Nico, you want to go bowling? No, fuck you.
Shut up, dude. I'm trying to I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just fucking around. Go away.
You're calling me on this mission. I'm trying to be sneaky.
Yeah. I know, right? Be quiet. And he's just like, hey. Shut up. Just starts yelling. Yeah. It was a good game.
Yeah.
I really liked the... Oh, they were good games.
Yeah.
I really liked the open world and being able to do all that. I really enjoy the openness, I think, of the free-for-all and doing whatever the hell you want kind of thing. Like Resident Evil and stuff, they're fun, but you can't progress unless you do a very specific sequence of stuff. I mean, you have to do the campaign and stuff like that, but you have the ability to stop playing the campaign.
You choose when you go do it.
And just stick around for a few hours, days, weeks, months, and they're like, all right, I probably should work on that to unlock some more stuff.
Right.
That's always great. You ever play Driver? It was on PS1, I think.
No, I don't think so. I've heard of it, but I don't think so.
I don't really remember the point of the game, but it literally was Driver. So you had a car, and you just drove around, and then there was cops, and they would, if you were not going under the speed limit and stopping at everything, they would nab you. They were the worst to get away from.
Really?
I don't think I think I've gotten away from them like once. But trying to lose those cops was so hard. But they would just keep beating the fuck out of you. It was a fun game. It was set in like Havana, Cuba.
Okay.
And there was a couple other locations I can't remember, but I remember Havana, Cuba because they had some cool cars. Shitty cars, but cool cars, cool-looking cars. So it was a lot of fun driving around, but Driver was a hard game. Fun game. Stuntman?
Yep, I remember you showing me Stuntman.
Ooh.
I was ass at it. Well, the campaign I was ass at it, but the creator where you could just plop everything, that was where it was at.
Again, with the creator mode, that was really fun. But even just the campaign, like, so having you have to do a specific task to get through, but you're in a car.
Yeah.
So that made me much more excited and whatnot. But just trying to do these stunts and listening to the director be like, all right,
I need you to go 10 miles this way. Oh, turn to a 3-point turn to the right. No, slow down, go in between the two cars.
cut, do it again.
Yep.
What did I do wrong? Don't hit the guy. Sorry. Yeah, Stuntman 2, those were great games.
The cool thing about it, if you did succeed your shoot, I guess you could say, your mission, you got to see the playback of how you performed.
The move
like
scene,
yeah.
It was really cool.
All edited and whatnot, yeah.
I never completed the game. It got way too hard.
Oh, I can imagine.
Because you constantly go and unlock stuff. You get harder cars and different stunts that you've got to do. So the stunts get progressively harder and harder and harder.
Right.
And again, there's no easy or difficult mode. It's just, this is the game.
That's it.
So later on in the game, I think I got stuck at a Thailand shoot. And you're in a tuk-tuk, which is just a 3-wheeled little vehicle, 2 wheels in the back, 1 in the front, and it's like basically a motorcycle with 2 wheels in the back, a little canopy on the top, and people sit in the back like a little taxi.
Okay.
But you're trying to weave through the traffic on the highway, and you got to jump through trucks and the glass and the timing and it was a long scene, and the little slow ass tuk-tuk that I couldn't fucking do it. I tried that mission so many times. Fun game though. True Crime.
Okay, another one I did not play.
Kind of a mix between...
This is like you could be a good cop, bad cop, right? Or no?
Yeah, so you're a cop, and you have the choice of being good or bad. But you can unlock a bunch of weapons, a bunch of cars. The missions were pretty fun. But you had to make the choice of like doing it the good way or doing it the bad way. And, it was okay.
Okay.
It was a good game. I liked it. I didn't really... I think there's a second one, I think, but I never was interested in it. Like, I was like, hey, that was fun, but not
you
that
got
fun.
what you got out of it.
Yeah, I got what I wanted out of it. Max Payne.
Okay, another one I've heard good things about.
Some pretty interesting mechanics behind it.
Bullet time, right?
Yeah. But you also can fight.
Okay.
So you can shoot, you can fight. There's other melee weapons. Like, it was a good game. And you also kind of a stealth kind of aspect to it. Like you wanted to kind of try and sneak up on people so that you didn't have to just blast away and let everybody know that you're here until you had to. Good game. It was all right. And then Tony Hawk.
Okay.
I think my first introduction to Tony Hawk was the Pizza Hut demo disc
Nice. Okay.
for PS1.
Yeah.
So like you only got like 4 minutes of play
You
time.
got
or
like
whatever.
one run on whatever intro level they had. There was either the hangar or I don't remember what Pro Skater 1 had, but
Yeah, it was the hangar.
Hangar
That's what I
was-
remember.
Well, that was 2 then. Yeah, Pro Skater 2.
I don't
was-
remember the other one that well, but I remember hangar.
Yeah.
Played that demo disc because like we got a disc from Pizza Hut.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, and we've got the disc, so we just played it over and over and over and over and over. It was great. Those are fun.
Now, speaking of Pro Skater, did you know that they just came out with a remaster of Pro Skater 1 and 2?
No,
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's so much fun.
you were playing not too long ago.
Was I streaming it?
You streamed the original one, I think.
Oh, yeah, I streamed the original one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the remaster got announced. Was like, oh, all right. Yeah, they do. Activision did a great job with it, and whoever else worked on it.
Probably Tony
I
Hawk.
think it's Tony. Probably Tony Hawk, yes.
Maybe.
Probably Toys for Bob. They've been doing a lot of like remaster, like the Spiral Collection, and I think they did Crash Bandicoot as well. But yeah, they crushed it. It doesn't have the mechanic like the original Pro Skaters, where like each pro you had to go through the missions with. So like you had to do the 10 check marks at hangar, you got to do the 10 at school, you got to do the 10 at whatever.
Yeah.
So everybody kind of has the same check mark, so it kind of loses a little bit of replayability there because you don't have the things to check mark. But they added like skater individual challenges, like do this skate trick with this person or accumulate this kind of score with this skater, and you can unlock different boards, you can unlock different apparel, you can create a skater, you can create a park now in it, and there's online, it's got all the multiplayer like graffiti and stickers, score attack and all that stuff. But yeah, and then the thing that freaked me out a little bit about it, so I was playing it just casually on my own, and they got, you know, their posters and whatnot from the game, and I saw a familiar poster, and I was like, bitches, are you trying to tease me that you're going to remake this game too? Saw Tony Hawk American Wasteland up there. It's like, oh, fuck.
Nice.
If they remastered that, I'm just like, I might cry. Because I love that one. That was the first one I owned. I always played Pro Skater 2 at like people's houses, but I never owned it. So,
Yeah. I don't know which ones we owned, but they were fun games.
yeah.
A lot of fun in those. Building the parks, they were cool, but they were so limited on the space that you could actually, the things you could put in there, because it was such a big world that you only put like 2 or 3 things, and it's like it's full. Okay,
Thanks.
it's fine. Burnout 2.
Okay.
Basically, the whole point of it was to cause as much mayhem as possible. Tally up as much damage. So, I mean, that was interesting. Most of the games are don't hit stuff. This one was purposely trying to hit as much as possible.
Right.
Okay, I can do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see, how fast can I go? If I try to do this way, if I try to do that way, oh, no, it doesn't work at all. Yeah, that was a good game. Didn't have a whole lot of replay value to it, because you can only crash a car so many times into the same intersection.
Right.
So, it was okay. You mentioned it, but Star Wars Battlefront 2. Those games, man.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Where did they go wrong in those remakes?
I mean, yeah, all you really do is just remaster it. Just
Yeah.
make some better graphics.
Yeah.
Leave the game exactly the way it was. They were great.
Yeah. I don't know.
Driving little vehicles and just... How the fuck do I switch my character?
Yeah. Galactic Conquest was a lot of fun, especially if you were 2 players competing against each other.
Yep.
Yeah.
Those were good.
Yeah.
Fun game.
Definitely.
Fun games.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of hours spent on those too.
Yeah.
A little bit of a different type of game. Here's Left 4 Dead.
Okay. I remember you playing this one.
Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. So they're zombie games, but they're not like scary zombie games. Like you're just trying to navigate to the end of the map, and there's just hordes of zombies coming at you, and you've got to take care of them. But then there are other creatures as well that, you know, you should probably try to avoid.
What do you mean? A crying girl in a hallway? What do you
A
mean?
witch?
Yeah. I remember the first time I was like, oh, this will be fine.
Yeah, they were difficult at times, but when you did it right, they were a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And if you had a good party of people to play with, you know, playing them online, they were on 360.
Yeah.
Oh man, my buddies Larry and Mike and Ted. Whew. It was loud, but it was fun.
Yeah.
Screaming and having a good old time trying to chase each other down. You ever played Battlefield Bad Company?
Yep.
Bad Company 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, you could just destroy the whole building.
Everything, yeah.
Yeah, that was great. Going from Modern Warfare to Bad Company, like just the two of them, they were close enough.
Yeah.
But the controls were just different enough where the first few minutes you're like,
It was an adjustment period for sure.
But not being able to destroy anything in Call of Duty, and then being able to destroy everything in Battlefront. No,
You're right, Battlefield.
Battlefield Bad Company. So many battles.
Blah, 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 blah.
But just being able to destroy everything, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Really cool. Very intense game, though. If you actually played online for an extended period of time, there are some really talented people.
I got destroyed
Oh
constantly.
my God. Snipers out the ass.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is this guy? I don't know where he fucking got him. I'm just gonna do an airstrike over here. Nope, he wasn't in there apparently. Damn. But then Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 1, 2, and 3. Oh, so many hours spent in those ones.
Yeah. I remember us doing in your room the 2 TV setup,
2 TV setup.
playing through. And like
Yeah.
I said, opposites of the scoreboard.
Yeah.
I think a top record was 20 deaths in a match. What up? Something like that.
I don't know. Excuse me. What my top was? Something in the 30s, but
Yeah, you did well.
Call of Duty and Halo.
Yep.
Those two were just kind of back-to-back releases almost.
Oh,
And,
were they?
Yeah, Modern Warfare and Halo 3 came out around the same time.
Gotcha.
But Halo 3 was the reason I got an Xbox 360.
Everybody was playing that.
Oh man, I just had PlayStation 2 and I think a Game Boy, maybe a PSP. I don't know when that came out yet, but when I went over to my buddy's house and played Halo 3. Halo Wars is different. Halo 3. Whew, that was a fun game.
Yeah.
But then we played Halo 2 a lot.
Yeah. After I got the OG Xbox, yeah.
They were fun.
Yeah.
And then you can customize
Your Spartan
maps in those.
maps too. Yeah, the Forge mode or whatever it's
Yeah.
called.
But even just the replay of the match, that was such a cool feature. And to be able to fly around, like the whole world is recorded, the whole map is recorded.
Yeah.
So at any given point, you can be anywhere.
Somebody else's perspective, not anybody you even was on your team or whatever. Yeah.
Not even a player's perspective. You could just have your little orb fly around and watch the whole
Bird's
thing.
eye view or whatever.
But the technical specs in that game, just looking at the heat maps of where all the action happened, so you could study of like, okay, well, this area, these hallways right here are super red, and these ones are always blue. Like no one's over there, so I'll hide over here and wait because chances are someone's gonna come over this way. So learning the maps, just playing them and knowing this, but seeing the heat map of the actual evidence of everyone playing, like just in the game. If you went deep enough into the menus, you could find this. Like it was super cool to know all this information and have that the accessibility to know. Like it was almost like cheating.
Right.
Like I know where most of the people are going to be at any given time. These general areas. But those were great games. Call of Duty didn't have any of that. They had just a kill cam, which was really nice to know where you were getting killed from.
Yeah. Then you attempt to go after him if you're me, and then you just die even worse.
Yeah. Yeah, I always try to, in those types of games, you all spawn at the same point and then start running. I'm the one that's going the opposite.
way.
Like, no, you guys go get killed. I'm going to go this way
Right.
and try to find the other people, be by myself because you got the other guy that's running down the hallway back there, just like, oh, cool, I'm going to get to the other side. Oh! Got killed because he wasn't paying attention. He wasn't expecting someone to come out of nowhere.
Right.
So, that's always me. But then Halo Wars. I didn't really play online too much. They're okay. I mean, I can kind of hold my own a little bit, but people are way too good online.
You whooped my ass all the time.
Halo Wars. But I got Halo Wars 2.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit different,
Okay.
but very similar mechanics. Sounds like a paint on me.
Huh?
Very similar mechanic and whatnot. So, still a pretty fun game.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of fun playing Halo Wars 2. I'd love to make a third one. I'm probably not gonna.
Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think they're gonna. But the next Halo game that's coming out,
Infinite.
I think the story is actually based a little bit on the Halo Wars 2 campaign.
Oh, okay.
They're mentioning the same
People.
the Banished and stuff. So like they're not in any of the other main franchise.
I don't
games.
remember what the enemy was called. Was that Prometheans? Was the fourth one?
I didn't play Halo 4.
I played like a touch of it, but I remember like they had like skull paint. They were alien. I don't remember what it was, but I think it was Promethean, so I don't think it was Banished. So that's interesting that they'd be pulling from that. So
Yeah.
I mean, if they are, I mean that kind of helps your odds at a 3.
I would hope so, but yeah, I mean the story is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't gone through all the way. I'm still playing it. It takes a long time. You can only play so much Halo Wars at any given time.
Yeah.
The RTS is a little difficult at
Mm-hmm.
some point. So yeah, I don't want to play easy mode, so you try to do a little bit, harder.
Right.
And it can get hard and
Yeah.
challenging at times. Yeah, they're good. But I'm excited about the new Halo Infinite.
Yep. Xbox Series X, not Xbox One X, because that's the one that's already
Right. But that means I would have to get a new console.
You would, yeah.
So if I were going to get a new console, then like I'd want to be more. I'd want to be excited about more than just one game.
Right. Yeah, and yeah, that's something that's like kind of holding me back about next gen. At least right now, like everybody's pre-ordering the PS5, pre-ordering the Xbox Series X, and I'm like, why? There's not much launch titles. Like the only launch title I'm honestly excited for is Spider-Man Miles Morales on PS5. But I think they're making a PS4 version, and I'm like, okay.
I already own that console.
There's
Why?
other games eventually I'm gonna be more excited for on PS5, but it's like nothing's coming out on launch that I'm like hyped for. So
Right.
it's like, I'll be late to this gen. I don't care.
Yeah, like, I waited how long to get an Xbox?
Right.
I waited so long to get an Xbox One that I got an S.
Yeah.
Like how many are
You're
in
still
between
playing
there?
catch up, yeah.
I don't fucking care. I'm good with that.
Right.
But split between the 360 and the Xbox One is Red Dead Redemption 2.
Mm-hmm.
Such a good series.
I haven't played 2 still, but Red Dead 1, that was out of nowhere that we loved that game.
Yep.
Chasing the zebra online randomly. What the fuck is that?
It's so fast.
We chased that guy for ages.
Yep.
Holding up in that bunker online, just blowing people up with cannons.
The Mexican prison
I don't know.
fort
thing
with the
on
cannon.
the hill. Yep.
I got pretty damn good with that cannon.
You did.
I fucked some people up online. They were pissed.
Yep.
I racked up some pretty good bounties too. Yeah, but like you're looking at it, a western with horses. Am I really gonna want to play this? Oh my god, this is the best game ever. It was great. And Red Dead Redemption 2, play it.
Yeah.
If you liked 1, play it.
It's on the list. I played like the intro, or a little bit of the intro, trudging through the snow and whatnot. Papa Grips played it all the way through, and I know
Nice.
basically what happens. Yeah, pretty much. Or at least character-wise, main character-wise, I know what happens.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh, okay.
It was very good.
Yeah. So
I haven't finished it.
it's on the list. I mean, like many games, they're on the list. I either start them or they're sitting there.
Yeah.
Red Dead 2, Sekiro, what else is there? There's a bunch yet I can't think of them, dumbass. Borderlands 3. So stupid. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. No, not Brotherhood. That was
What
the
are you missing?
Xbox 360 one. Fucking Odyssey. Jesus. I don't know.
So I'm playing Red Dead 2, and I've gotten through the story mode up to a certain point, just before something major happens to the character, which I heard through research.
Okay.
Not going to reveal in case anyone's...
Spoiler alert. Too bad.
So I'm just before that there, but I'm not necessarily bored of the campaign, but like Grand Theft Auto, because it's a Rockstar game, there's so much available in the world.
Right.
So I'm going around and looking at everything I possibly can. I'm trying to find the dinosaur bones. I'm trying to find all the things that the guy can sketch. All the little cigarette cards. Like, I'm searching my ass off for these. I've got quite a bit, but I still don't even have that southern portion.
Oh, wow.
The southwestern portion unlocked. And that was, I made another save and then just kept going over there.
Oh, yeah.
I kept trying to get over there.
Hunting
challenges. Yeah, no, they're hard. I can't find any of the birds. I specifically want the birds, and I'm like, where's... You're riding along, and then all of a sudden, just... Where'd it go? Where'd it go? It's gone.
Only opens after that event, yeah. Yeah, I think he was just going over there, like, breaking laws. Not going to that southwestern corner. That's why I made the other save, maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, going over there when it's locked, you just get bombarded by bounty hunters.
Oh, okay.
And they are incredibly fast, super accurate. I mapped it out. So I looked up the map online, so I knew where because you don't see the map.
Right,
it's all
right.
fog ward. So I looked at it, and I'm like, all right, cool. So I'll go this way. Turns out that was a dead end.
Oh.
So I got myself trapped, and they just keep coming down this little
funnel, hallway, whatever you want.
valley thing. Yeah. So I climbed some of the rocks or whatever on the height, and I'm like this. There's a guy over here, just like I can see his head, but it's boom, boom. And then someone over here finally like climbs the rocks enough, and they get me. I'm like,
got an issue with the hunting stuff for my podcast someday. There you go. Write it down. Don't forget.
Yeah. But then you can get a boat.
Oh.
So you can actually like row a freaking boat in the water or wherever you go backwards.
Right.
But when you're doing that, there's other boats that are going across the water, and they're like steam engines.
Oh.
So I hopped on one, and you can hijack it and take it.
Oh.
Weird thing though is if you go too far out, it just sinks, and your guy can't swim.
That's their way for invisible walls.
The boat just stops working and sinks, and then you're just out there like, dead.
Okay.
But if you take the boat, so I took the boat and I went on around the outside of the southwestern portion of it and kind of mapped it that way.
Okay.
And I went to get off the boat, but the boat goes so damn slow, and they knew that I was there, so they started shooting at me from the shore. So you can't get close enough. It's so difficult to get over there just to dick around with them,
Right.
Because they're so good.
Yeah.
So it was fun trying to, but I want to get back into the story mode and do that. Eventually, I'll get there.
Yeah.
Moving on, though. I don't know if you've played these ones, really like them or not. Borderlands.
Oh yeah. That's
Borderlands 2.
Yeah. There was the pre-sequel one. Yeah. The third one. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of guns in those.
There are. I heard like 65 kajillion.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a few options.
There's a few. Yeah.
Really fun game.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Definitely.
Skags.
Mm-hmm.
The crab things.
Oh my god. Yeah. You had the crab things in the cave that like burrowed underground. You had the rack, which annoyed the shit out of us. What else? The 2 had some different... It wasn't skags. It was some other like jobber animal thing that you had to kill.
I don't remember the name of them.
Pope.
No, that wasn't.
It was not poop. I mean, you dug through skag poop to get ammo sometimes.
Yeah, right?
But yeah, the characters were interesting, and they each had their own, like, obviously the skill trees and different things you could do.
Little stories.
Yeah, the stories too, and you want to know more about the backstory. Yeah, one was a lot of fun. One, like, I've tried to go back and play one a few times. I don't know if it's just me and how I'm playing it, how I'm, like, getting all the missions and then trying to do everything in that one area and then everything in this one area. It's a lot of, like, running back and forth and kind of just checklists, and it's like, eh. But 2 is where I feel like they really got their groove, and they're, like, they knew what they wanted to present story-wise and comedy-wise and stuff like that.
They definitely developed.
Yeah. And pre-sequel was all right. I thought it was short. It gets a little difficult at the end, too. 3, from what I've played, has been a lot of fun. And each character is very unique. And, like, I found my character that I love to play as Zane, who can make, like, a duplicate of himself. And you can switch back in between which one you control.
Like a clone.
Yeah, so it's a clone. And when you switch spots with the clone. And, you know, take from his perspective.
That's cool.
Where he was. And then... But the other characters are really interesting and unique too. One has her own mech suit that she can summon. One's another siren. One is Fleck, who has one skill tree. He can have a skag pet. One tree he can have a rack pet. One he can have a spider ant. And like
nice.
You can buff the animals however you want. So yeah, some cool stuff. And they're still making content for 3. I think they just had a DLC come out with a new character, and I don't know if Krieg, the Psycho from Borderlands 2, is playable, or if it's like just story including him that's playable. But yeah, good games.
Yeah, they definitely were.
Yeah.
The intro. The intro scene, cutscene there with that song.
Cage the Elephant.
Oh man. I still listen to that song quite often too. That's a good song.
Yeah.
Good game. I know Papa Griff would like these ones too. Forza. Forza 3 and 5 are the ones I've played. 3 I went through pretty far through the campaign. 5 I only recently picked it up, and it's actually Steven's, I believe. It's fun. They're very accurate cars. The tracks are really accurate. I mean, I literally drove on the Long Beach course that goes through downtown Long Beach, and I can almost see my neighborhood.
Oh, really?
There's the dog park that I used to take my dogs to. It's so creepy. It's so accurate. Huh. But the course in Long Beach goes around the convention center and a shopping mall.
Okay.
And I mean, they had this was the first year, 2020. We were gonna buy tickets and go to it because we lived in Long Beach for this would be our 3rd year, and the race was set for April.
Oh.
They had the walls set up. They were starting to block off the areas. Pandemic. No! Yeah.
Man.
It used to be the Toyota Grand Prix, and then I think Acura took over the franchise, which is Toyota owns Acura.
Oh, okay.
But they just switched the name on it. But now it's the Acura Grand Prix.
Interesting.
But super cool that you like. It's so accurate of courses. He's replaying 4 now.
Yeah.
I haven't played 4. I played 3 and now I just started 5. But the Forza Motorsports 1, 2, 3, like those ones, the 4 and 5 and whatnot. Those are the really nice ones. The Forza Horizon, it's okay.
Okay, I was gonna ask if you had tried those ones.
I've tried Forza Horizon 4.
Okay. I didn't realize they had that many.
I don't know which one
I'm sure they have.
I had it. I had the month-long
The Game Pass.
and I played it for about a month.
Gotcha.
It's a really cool game. But the driving mechanics are just different enough from the regular Forza.
It's like more arcade than realistic, right? Okay.
Right. Yeah, exactly. You're not really... I don't know. I don't play that one for the cars. I play it for racing. And the racing aspect is a little bit different, too. It's more of on street through the open world map kind of thing versus race tracks.
A track, okay.
So it's a little bit different. Well, it's not really my cup of tea, but I'll play it. It's fun. I like driving racing games.
Gotcha.
But yeah, the Forza Motorsports, those are ones where it's at. And then I know you've played a lot of them, maybe even more than I have. The Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. Yeah,
I've
another
played-
one you got me into.
Assassin's Creed 2, Brotherhood, Revelations, and 3.
Yeah.
I think that was it.
I remember you showing me that game, and I was like, "Oh, this is really cool." And then you were playing 2 on your TV while I was playing 1 on the other TV.
Yep.
And then you always made fun of me for going after the flags. He's like, "What are you doing? Why are you wasting time going for these dumbass?"
Because I
flags?"
want 100%. Because you're an achievement
I
holder.
was achievements and chill. But yeah, I was just like, "Fuck
What
it,
was you saying?
achievements and chill."
Achievements and chill. There you go.
So yeah, I was just like, "Fuck it, whatever." And then yeah, there was a lot of fun. I think we were pretty hyped for 3 coming out when that was announced and stuff. And I really enjoyed 3. The intro is a little lengthy, but yeah, that's the one I did not finish, and I need to and want to go back. It got a remaster for Xbox One X or Xbox One rather, but obviously it's still the 360 version. But that's one I want to go back to. Black Flag is. See, in 3, I never liked the boat part. 4 is like all boat part. So I have it. It might still be sealed. It's still in this like shrink wrap. And then
I bought the game, but not even open
it was on sale. Then there was Unity.
Yeah.
Was on 1, which I was really excited for because they showed multiplayer, and I should have known it was the E3, like we scripted where the people are gonna go, but seeing that I was like, oh, that's really cool. But then it didn't really work as a game overall. And then I took a break for a while, and then Odyssey, I heard so much good stuff about it, and when I streamed it, it was fun.
Odyssey
It's
was
just
cool.
a big ass game.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just like fuck.
Yeah, you're like, okay, let's go over this way, and you zoomed to look at the map, and I was like,
I'm like, oh!
and then you moved, and I was like, oh,
Oh no,
that's a big old place.
Yeah.
The whole, all of Greece, or
Mhm.
all of the whatever
Yes,
area.
it's fucking all there. So
Yeah, and then you got your boat,
Mhm.
and so there's multiple aspects to that.
Yeah.
With the animals too, like that's really cool that you can have a pet
yeah.
that fights for you.
And then it dies and we cry.
Yeah.
No! Yep. Or you fast travel and it doesn't show up randomly.
Yeah, where the fuck did he go?
Yeah.
Lost him.
Good times.
It looked like a good game.
Yeah.
But
a lot of fun.
oh man, just jump at the bushes.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
That
Every
was-
time. How are you alive?
I don't know. Just dive 300 feet into some hay. You're fine.
Mhm.
Tumble out.
And then the multiplayer that they added in Brotherhood, you remember playing that? One person would be sneaking
Yeah.
through the crowds and the other person had to
I
suss
remember
them
playing
out.
with Steven.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you, but
Yeah, Steve was really good at it.
he was.
Pissed me off.
Yup. Kicked their ass.
Yeah. Man, Brotherhood was a great game. I think
Brotherhood
was
was
my favorite.
One of my favorite ones.
And you
Yeah.
had the tower defense in there too. You
Yep.
remember that where you had to station the little assassins on the
Yeah.
little ledges and they'd have different weapons and stuff?
And then you,
Yeah.
and then I'll shoot the little arrows.
Yeah.
Like I didn't do
Yeah,
anything
you had
other
a
than.
squad. You had a squad that would do all your dirty work for you.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then you had your little layer
Mm.
that you'd go down into, and you had all of the weapons on the wall. Like you
Yeah.
couldn't really do anything with it, but
Well,
look
still,
at them. But it was
yeah.
really cool to see. Like, wow, I've achieved quite a bit.
Right.
Because you go in there and it's just empty, and then just get one little thing, one little thing, one little thing, and then the whole wall fills up. Like, wow, all the armor and stuff. Like you could customize quite a bit in that game.
Yeah. Colors too.
Uh huh.
It wasn't just like this armor set, this armor set. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a pretty sweet game,
Yeah, definitely.
and I really liked Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood, just because those were kind of the first ones.
Yep.
But when you're being chased and having the ability to sit down on a bench and just blend in, just
Yeah.
home, and they just run right by you,
Yeah.
was really cool.
Yeah.
But they took that away. You can't just hide on a bench anymore.
Yeah, it's all the tall grass type stuff.
Yeah, you have to be
Essentially.
like invisible.
Yeah.
Weird. But I didn't really enjoy about Assassin's Creed. I didn't really enjoy the being in the modern world,
Oh,
being
yeah.
stuck in that. Like, well, you've got to walk over to the bed. Why do I have to do this? This
Yeah,
is the
like,
most boring ass thing.
the
You
story-
go slow and you can't jump.
The story aspect of it was cool, but yeah, when you had to just play in that current era.
Yeah.
Where
She's bitching at you.
Desmond was his name. He had no skills, so he didn't learn anything yet. And then, obviously with the time jump of me going from Unity to Odyssey, I'm like, I don't know any of these people. Should I care? I don't know.
Nope.
Take me back.
Right. Yeah, every time I went to there, I was like, no, how do I gotta go back here?
Mm-hmm.
Hate these people. This part of the game sucks.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it was okay. They were good games. I'd like to try and get into, I think, Odyssey.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It's a lot of fun.
Just watching you stream it and for hours.
Yeah.
I don't know how many of those streams I watched.
They was
I was
cool.
like, you're streaming Assassin's Creed? Like, oh, babe, I gotta make some time for this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm watching Bret today. Good times.
Yeah.
You played a lot of Gears of War with me, right?
Yeah, I remember Gears 3, we played a lot of Horde mode,
Yeah.
and that was a blast.
With Josue?
Oh, yeah. That's why
That guy was-
I thought I offended him, but I didn't. He just didn't understand me or whatever.
No, he's very well educated in Mexico.
Yeah.
Knows English enough, but it's hard to hear, hard to understand, especially over the microphone. But yeah, Gears 2 and Gears 3 and Horde.
Yeah. Good times.
I mean, it gets pretty difficult.
Oh, for sure. I don't think I really made it past 20-ish.
No. No.
Yeah.
Was it 3 where you could play the opposite side? You could be the Horde?
Probably.
That was cool.
Yeah.
It was really cool to be the antagonist. What was it called? What?
Dusk?
Maybe.
No, I don't remember.
I don't know.
Yeah,
But the other
yeah.
enemy, be them, because it was okay just shooting and stuff at them, but to actually have the ability to be the big old berserker and just wreck shit. Oh yeah, that was really cool. I don't know if you're gonna remember this one, Little Big Planet.
Oh God, so many an hour wasted. Played in Little Big Planet. What is this rocket doing? This cheetah.
Strap this rocket to this cat here. Oh man, so many rocket cats.
Oh yeah. Just flying around,
Grabbing onto it.
Yeah. And that was an intense creative mode too. Like you could really like wire things together and different behaviors and shit. Like we didn't really get into it all that much because it was confusing as fuck.
Yeah, it's a very intelligent game.
Yeah.
But for our stupid little minds,
Right.
it was way too much.
Yeah.
But we had a lot of fun trying to build stuff.
Yep.
And the multiple layers that you could do, like that.
Oh
Was
yeah, the
super
3
smart.
different ones. Yeah. The foreground, the middle, the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a second one, wasn't there?
Yeah, we played 1 and 2. There was Little Big Planet Racing or Karting. We played that a little bit. And then there was a third one that came out on PS4 that I haven't played. And then they're making a new one, Sackboy's Adventures, for PS5. I don't know if it's the extent of the other ones, but yeah.
Yeah, 1 and 2 were pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely enjoyed that.
Yeah, the cool thing, too, was everything you unlocked in Little Big Planet 1, you could use in Little Big Planet 2.
See,
which was amazing.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I hate that there's so
All
many
the outfits, everything that you could place in the level. Yeah. And it wasn't like a one-time like update too. Like if I played Little Big Planet 1 halfway through, then I went to 2, played that for a bit and updated those things in there. If I went back and played Big Planet 1 and unlocked more, it would automatically just also update in there too.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I wish more games were like that.
Yeah, for sure.
And stuff like Halo 3 where you had the all of the visibility of the map and the heat maps and stuff. Like the technology's there. Why doesn't
Just
it carry
keep
on?
move on, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good stuff.
Yeah.
Why get rid of it?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've talked about with fighting games too. Like, why not just take this roster, move it to the next one, and add
2.
like 8 to 10 people? You got all the animations, everything. Am I really gonna care? No. You know, make it more a little flashy or whatever. Sure. I mean, hell, Street Fighter does it. Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4, Ultra Street Fighter 4, the best Super Street Fighter 4. Like, they keep doing that.
Best of.
Yeah, but then when Street Fighter 5 rolls around, oh, it's a whole new roster.
Yeah. We already kind of talked about it, but Minecraft.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great open world. You tried seeing my little village there.
Yeah.
And it kept cutting out on us.
Right. Stupid connection.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I
But,
don't know. Should work now.
I'll have to bring it over
There you go.
or something
Yeah.
and show you my massive freaking world.
Yeah, I mean, the little bit I did see, holy shit.
I spent a bit of time in
a
there.
little bit.
Got a little city going.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's nothing fantastic, but just having a lot of fun.
Comparatively
building
to
stuff.
where we started, yeah.
Oh my god, these spiral staircases,
Mm-hmm.
making towers and shit.
My dirt house.
With your lava moat.
Yep, lava moat.
It's different building in survival and creative.
Yeah, true.
Because creative, you've got access to everything, and all you really are limited by is your imagination.
Right.
So it's really fun to just kind of work around and do whatever the hell you want. And then, I don't like that. Let's blow it up with TNT. Start over.
Yeah.
Or light it on fire if I made it out of wood or something like that.
Right.
But I love using wool
Mm-hmm.
to kind of mark out stuff. Like I'll use an orange piece of wool and I'll just kind of do some corners, or I'll do like one post just to see how tall something is and to look at it in that space. Like, okay, and I can kind of just help me visualize it.
Gotcha.
And it's a really cool construction kind of project game.
Right.
Just start something and you're like, whatever. I don't know exactly where I want to go with this. Let's go over here and do something else. Like just the freedom to start and stop a project if you want to is really nice. Instead of having like a deadline or a mission or a story, like you have to do this thing. Nah, fuck it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go over here and dig around and blow some stuff up.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Or just switch it into survival mode and start being attacked by everything.
Mm-hmm.
Or see how well my fortification worked.
Right.
But yeah, I've spent countless hours in Minecraft. Too many, if you ask my ex-wife. Last page here.
Oh boy.
So Minecraft, actually. I've played that on 360.
Yep.
I've owned on 360 on One and iOS.
Okay.
So I've got it on my phone.
Oh.
And it sucks that they don't
Interconnect.
transfer back and
You
forth.
could move your 360 ones up to Xbox. It would increase the map size also. I don't think you can bring them back, though. Like, from 1 to 360. I don't know why you would, but I think you can do it.
Well, I sold the Xbox.
Ah.
So I no longer have access to this. I deleted the worlds, but if I knew that. But I want my Xbox One world on my iOS so I can kind of just work on it.
Yeah. I don't know
But
about
that's
that.
okay. I've got 2 different worlds on there. I'm working on them both, but literally have a controller for my
Oh,
phone
okay. Yeah.
so that I can play
Nice.
whenever I want. But it's really fun. I enjoy it that much that I got
Yeah.
another version of it. So thank you for introducing me to
Of course.
Minecraft. 'Cause I still play it to this day.
Yeah.
After how many years? Of
Right. Yeah.
Whenever we got around to.
It might have been college, so 2011, 2012. Like, we were
Somewhere
late to the curve.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
I think it was probably 2011 because I moved in 2012.
Right. Makes sense.
Yeah. Did you ever play Toy Soldiers?
I think we played it a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. So there's like mounted guns.
Yep.
And just pretty much a wave, just continual wave of enemies, and you've got to keep upgrading your guns. It's just a tower defense game, but there's also the little airplanes that you can fly
Yeah.
and try to shoot. And, oh man, that was a really fun game.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool. What was that other one where it was? I can't remember it. I was trying to think of it when I was trying to write it down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to explain it.
Okay.
But we played it just around the same time as Toy Soldiers, and you had a gun that you would like kind of mount on the ground.
Okay.
But you were still running around. You were a person, and we were trying to take over points.
Was it the outfit?
The outfit.
That game was fucking awesome.
outfit.
And I just, Little John, you're the man for introducing that, but holy
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, that game was fun. You would build, like, certain defense, like the guns you talked about. You could, like, level it up, or maybe the currency was depending on your level, what you could buy there.
Right.
But yeah, it was command posts, and you're trying to take them all. But yeah, that game was great.
That was a fun game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn,
we played that around the same time.
Yeah.
The outfit, man.
Woo.
We didn't play much of that.
No.
It was a pretty short-lived little stint there.
Yeah, but it was a blast.
when we did play it,
I remember trying to play online. Nobody was there. It was like, oh.
yeah, poor game. It was a really good game. I just don't know if it was marketed right.
Right, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But lately, I've been playing Railway Empire. I talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's just trains. I mean, my dad was super into trains, and I got into trains young and whatnot, so I like them. But you're just trying to connect the world and whatnot, and it's pretty cool. It's a lot of thinking, a lot of critical thinking. You got to do the signals so that the trains aren't gonna
Collide.
and whatnot. But if you don't do the signals, they don't actually hit each other. They just sit there and go, "We're waiting for him. We're waiting for him."
Okay.
Well,
Somebody
sorry,
got
but you've got to make all these tracks and the signals and the gas stations and all this stuff and try to move the resources around, and it's pretty fun. It's a lot to it. A lot of Donnie introduced me to it, and he's just trying to explain the game to me, and he's like, yeah, I'm just gonna start you off here because there's so much to explain. Just do this, and we'll go through all the little pieces. Like, it took 45 minutes to an hour to just connect one city to another, and all the things that you can do and should pay attention to. Like, holy crap, there's a lot to it. I'm borrowing his version right now. Like, I think I want to buy my own because I play it enough.
Yeah.
Like, I'll wake up because Val will get up for 5 in the morning, and I just hear her.
Yeah.
So I wake up.
I'm up now.
So yeah, I'm up now. So I'll go up and I'm playing from 6 in the morning until like noon. I'm like, all right, okay,
Gotta
that's
do
enough
something
of that. Let's go do something with my life.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's been pretty fun lately.
Nice.
I've been having a good time with it. I haven't really played a whole lot of it, but I've been playing it on and off. Rocket League.
Oh yeah, I remember. Well, I think it was Mom's birthday. You guys were home for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Steven
and
and I were
Steven
playing.
was playing it, and
He's
then
really good at it.
Yeah, and then I had played it. I just didn't know he had played it, and I don't know if that was your first time playing it.
It was.
Okay, but yeah, we
That was
were
awful.
we were having a great time playing that. Yeah, and that's a game that's been going on for quite some time, and it's a very simple concept.
Yeah.
but a lot of fun.
So hard to get your truck to flip and
Oh, yeah,
find
it
follow
takes-
the ball. Oh
yeah.
my god, it's so challenging. Fun.
Yeah.
Really fun game. I love trying to how far can I go?
Yeah.
Nope. Yeah. Where's my car flying?
Yeah.
It's really fun when you hit the ball in midair by accident.
Yeah. Oh, I did a thing.
Nice. Yeah, it was
Right.
totally intentional. Good job, everybody else.
Yeah.
So the last one I've got over here that I typed out. This was on the Xbox Game Pass.
Okay.
So I lost access to it now. But Dead Cells,
Oh, I've heard good things about that one, but
it's, I don't really know how to explain it. Like a platformer,
Mhm.
side scroller. You got some really cool weapons. There's some pretty interesting story to it. Like, I only played it for a month,
Mhm.
but it's a pretty fun game.
Hmm.
I think I want to try and buy it.
Yeah.
Kind of reminds me of Mario, where you're just trying to go and do the things and go across, but you can go back and forth, and there's like these chambers
Okay.
that are just a maze of stuff, and then there's other things in there that you can go down and find and unlock, or you can just bypass it and go to the end.
Oh.
But, or, you know, I really like going down and fighting all the monsters and getting all the loot and upgrading everything and getting all the cool things. But one of the cool things about that game was right in the beginning, where you spawn, and then you go through just a general area. There's no monsters or anything like that, and there's nothing to unlock. Right above you, there's this huge section where there's a bunch of chains and there's little glass bulbs,
Okay.
little glass spheres.
Yeah.
And they're empty. And then when you start unlocking weapons, they start appearing in there. So when you're like, oh, is that how much stuff there's available to unlock?
Oh God.
Ooh. It was pretty intriguing to figure out, like, that's a lot of stuff that I can go and find.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering how big this game is, because it seems like it's almost endless.
Mm-hmm.
And another cool thing about the game is when you go into after that room, you go into the world. You're in a realm, or a world or whatever. And you got the same color concepts, the same amount of weapons and loot available, the same monsters, the same amount of monsters, but the tunnels, they're different.
Oh,
they
it
change shapes
changes
every time.
Okay.
So
randomly generated.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when you come in, you're like, all right, I'm gonna go left, right, left, right.
It's all
so it's different. So you don't know where everything is.
Okay.
That's really neat.
Mm-hmm.
It's really cool that it changes every time. So you kind of you can't predict it and know exactly where you're gonna go and what you got to do. You have to find trying to go through. So that's really neat. I'd highly recommend Dead Cells.
Okay.
If you have Game Pass, check it out in there.
Right.
Because it's free. Yeah. You're already paying.
Essentially, yeah.
Right. And then Game Boy games. Right now, I'm playing Yellow.
Nice.
Pokemon Yellow. On a yellow Game Boy. And I have gold. So I bought yellow and gold. But I've played red, blue, yellow, ruby, sapphire, gold, silver, crystal. And I think that's it.
Okay.
I haven't played any more Pokemon Game Boy games. But I can't think of any other Game Boy games that I've actually played. There was a Rugrats one that was awful. And it was, again, I couldn't figure out the first few puzzles. So I was like, I don't know how to play this.
Those Game Boy games are interesting. Like, you play through a level, and then it'll give you that code to get back to it. I'm like, no, just keep me here. I don't want to remember and write all these codes to get back to the spot. Fuck, whatever.
Right. Yeah, they were okay.
Mm-hmm.
And if you let their batteries die, then you lose all your save data.
Right.
So that sucks.
Yeah. So,
you can't save. You don't lose the save data. It's still there, but you can't access it.
I think you can play it, but yeah, you can't like save again or whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of other Game Boy games that I've played and I've had, but I don't really remember too many of them. They weren't memorable.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon is where it was at.
Yeah.
That was the only thing I really used my Game Boy for. But then I had a PSP, and I can think of Need for Speed, Most Wanted.
Mm-hmm.
That was a really cool game. Open world racing game. You go and find races in the world, and then it's Most Wanted. So you would accumulate a wanted level, and then the cops would be on the lookout for your car. So you constantly have to be either switching your
Car.
Or
the paint.
and stuff, and your body kits to lower your wanted levels, so that they're like, oh, I'm looking for this car. Or switch your car out, or I think it was pay for stuff to get rid of it. But I mean, it was really cool, but kind of again with Assassin's Creed feel, where when you're being chased by the cops, you've got to go hide in this little specific area. Mm-hmm. There was these little circles like behind a garage, so you can go and hide. You literally had to get away from them, get them out of sight, and then go hide behind this garage for like 10 minutes while they were still driving around trying to find you. Mm-hmm. It was a good game. Playing on the PSP. So small.
Yeah.
And then I had Liberty City Stories on there. So for Grand Theft Auto. It was fun. It was okay. Liberty City Stories was, on the PSP, was really... It wasn't fun to get through campaign.
Okay.
But it was really fun to just drive the car around.
Yeah.
I think I almost instantly looked up cheats and just started messing around with cheats and just blowing up stuff and having all the weapons, and I pretty much just stuck to the first little island there and didn't really progress too far into Liberty City Stories. But I mean, it's Grand Theft Auto, but mobile.
Right, exactly.
It was pretty cool. I think I used my PSP more for the movies, and music capabilities, because it was around the same time as the iPods came out.
Right.
But I didn't have an iPod then.
Yeah.
I had the PSP, so like just MP3 format on there. But then you also have the UMD,
yep.
Music videos.
Mm-hmm.
Some really interesting demo discs that came with them. But yeah, there's a few games that I would want to be excited. I'm pretty excited about trying to get back into. But that means I would have to get different consoles and stuff. So eventually,
yeah,
I'd like to have one of those setups where you've got 2, 3, 4 things in there that are all just kind of always plugged in, and you can just play them. But I'll eventually get there.
Yeah. Okay.
But for now, I'm definitely excited about Minecraft, Railway Empire for the moment. I want to get through the campaign on Red Dead 2.
Mm-hmm.
And then, what's the other one that I'm working on? Oh, Dead Cells. I want to get back into Dead Cells there.
Cool.
But, yeah, I'm not really playing too much lately. Something that would be really exciting to get into would be the Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition.
Yeah.
But I need a specific computer to do that, and my 2008 MacBook isn't gonna cut it.
No, probably not.
I think I need an upgrade.
Yeah.
Just to play that game.
Probably.
But I think I would want to get back into that world.
Cool.
It'd be nice.
Nice. This is really cool talking about all the games that we've played and reminiscing, and I don't know. I'm happy that you're getting back into gaming, and I obviously know you've been pretty constant with Minecraft and stuff like that. But I knew for a while when I was living out there, you're like, yeah, I'm gonna take a break, and I was like, oh, our bonding thing, okay, bye. And I was like, I get it, but yeah, I'm excited. I'm happy for you that obviously these games that you still play now, you got a lot out of,
right?
And then you're looking forward to some new stuff, which is great. And yeah, like you said, maybe one day you'll have that lineup or whatever, and if not, that's fine. You got your stuff that you got. Obviously, you got Steven who still plays stuff. You got me who plays stuff. Brendan's kind of iffy, but you have these other resources like, hey, I want to try this thing out.
Yeah,
sure. Can I? You can always feel free to ask me. Hey, can I play something on PlayStation? Hey, can I play something on Switch? I mean, that's pretty much what Dad and I have been doing. Like, all right, I beat Witcher 3. What's next? Okay, I beat this. What's next? Yeah, like okay. I'm very excited to get Dad playing through the PS4 library, because I feel there's a lot of games on their single player experience that he would enjoy. Like God of War might be a little tough at places, but I think he'd like that story. Horizon Zero Dawn, I think he's gonna love that open world game. Uncharted, he might like a lot. That's a story based, like Indiana Jones type shooter. Like
I've seen it. Yeah, it looks pretty awesome.
So I'm excited. I'm always down to You want to talk games? Talk games, and like even the multiplayer stuff. Like hell yeah, we play more Minecraft. We play more Rocket League. We talked about Among Us earlier. Maybe if you get the computer for Age of Empires, we'll be playing Among Us. You know, Fall Guys. You talked about how you tried. We could play that. Like there's a lot of things, and there's many more that we haven't even talked about.
Yeah, I've never even had like Steam,
right?
So I don't even know what's available on Steam.
Right. Oh God, so many things.
Maybe I shouldn't get it. There goes my paycheck.
Yeah, but awesome. I'm glad to hear it. And that was definitely, like I said, it was definitely cool to reminisce about all these different games and memories of the stupid things that we've done or experienced. So great. Nice.
Hours wasted.
Hours wasted. Good times. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is.